So at the time, I didn't know that what I had was norovirus. I didn't know anyone else was sick. I was by myself. I thought it was just me. I thought maybe I had bad water, maybe I have food poisoning, but I was hiking along the trail. I had passed a couple of these guys and I sat down. I was like, I really don't feel well. And the people I had been kind of hiking near that day had gotten a little bit ahead of me. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to make a push. I'm going to get to camp. I walked about another couple miles and just immediately started vomiting into a bush. And I was like, well, I'm camping right here, apparently. And so I just started setting up my tent. It was like one tent stake going and vomiting in the bush, another tent stake, vomit in the bush. Horrible. I threw up probably 100 times, couldn't even keep down water. It got below freezing that night. I definitely had a fever, and I do have a Garmin InReach device. That's like the safety device I have, but it can still be quite expensive to evac yourself. So since I was still in a position where I could walk, I wasn't like actively like totally incapacitated, but I was afraid that I would get to that point. I was like, I feel like I'm going to pass out. I can't keep anything down. And I had 15 miles to go still to get to town. So I was using my InReach device to message my family and say, hey, this is a situation. If I don't check in with you at these times, then like, every time you send a message on a Garmin InReach, it sends you GPS coordinates. So if I had passed out, I hadn't checked in with them, there would have been help that could have gotten to me. But I started taking these videos of myself because I was alone. I was feeling scared. I was so sick. And sometimes I think it's really helpful to just talk out loud to yourself instead of having these racing thoughts of like, what's going to happen? Am I going to be okay? How do I get out of this? To just say it out loud, only be able to have really one thought at a time and line up like, this is what I'm thinking and this is what I'm going through right now. So that's what I was doing in that experience. And that next morning, I start hiking, at first I just heard a car in the distance, but I couldn't see a road. And my thoughts were, okay, well, I'm going to continue on this path. I don't want to get off of the trail and I pass out, because if I pass out off the trail, then nobody's going to find me. So I keep walking, even though I'm like, that would be great to not have to continue and walk 15 more miles, but it wasn't the safe choice. So I keep walking.